Over 60 civilians and 30 police have reportedly been injured across Egypt now as hundreds of thousands rally on the second anniversary of the start of the country's revolution. People aren't out to celebrate, they're venting anger against the new government, which came to power following the 18-day uprising that toppled the long-time leadership of Hosni Mubarak. Belle True is standing by for us in Cairo. Belle, how big are the crowds at the moment from what you can see, and how violent the protests?
Absolutely. The scenes here have really become quite chaotic across the country as the January 25 anniversary rallies turn violent. We've heard of dozens of injuries across the country, with clashes happening in Alexandria, Port Said, Suez, Mahalla and of course Cairo. In addition, there have been reports that the Freedom and Justice Party headquarters, which is the political wing of the Muslim Brotherhood, have been attacked in Ismailia. The air here in downtown Cairo really stings as the volleys of tear gas are coming over to my left here, as the clashes between protesters and security forces are really escalating. I've just been on Tahrir Square, where I've witnessed quite a violent attack on a woman by thug groups, a sex attack on her. She was stripped and beaten and taken away by an ambulance. Another one's happening apparently on a different side of the square. People believe this is people coming to the square to try and stop protesters from protesting against the president. Definitely we're going to witness these scenes go on into the night as Cairo really descends into violence.
And Belle, what is driving people back onto the streets 2 years after much of the world seemingly applauded the revolution?
Well, 2 years ago on January 25, people came to the streets and they had enough of the injustice of the Hosni Mubarak regime. Today, people say they're back here because they've seen no changes. Speaking to people today, on top of their minds was the economy. They said the situation is unbearable. Definitely, according to January statistics, at least a quarter of the population are now under the poverty line. Of course, the constitution itself is a sticking point. People say it's drafted by an Islamist-dominated constituent assembly and does not represent Egyptians. These are really key points that people are saying is the reason why they're here protesting against their president and calling for change.
Thanks very much indeed. Belle True, live from Cairo. No doubt more from Belle throughout the day. And